What is the history of Palestine? Who was there first? Palestinians or Jews? When was the first time the first time ever the word Palestine was mentioned and used? Are the ancient Philistine people the same Palestinians of today? We'll try to briefly answer these questions today. I selected these questions, these specific questions, because comments left by some people, obviously Zionists, on my videos tell me that they are completely ignorant of the history of Palestine and that they just repeat what they have been fed by the Zionist media. Well, the first time the word Palest, which is the first part of the word Palestine, the first time that word was mentioned in 5 Egyptian hieroglyphic inscriptions dating back to 1150 BCE, before Common Era. The word referred to the region east and northeastern of Egypt, meaning today's Palestine. As for the word Palestine, the first time it was fully mentioned, the full word of Palestine, it was mentioned in the histories by Herodotus. And he mentioned it in several chapters. I will just read to you I will give you the references and you can check after me. He mentioned the word Palestine in chapter 1, section 105, chapter 2, section 104, and section 106, chapter 3, section 5, and section 91, chapter 4, section 39, chapter 7, section 89. You can check after me. As for the word Philistine, which means in Hebrew invaders, literally means non-Israelis invaders. Many people think that they were the same Palestinians of our current time. If this is what you think, then you can't be more wrong. You can't be more wrong. The Philistines, the ancient Philistines, were destroyed by King Nebuchadnezzar II of the Neo-Babylonian Empire in the year 604 BCE, before Common Era. By the late 5th century BCE, they completely disappeared as a people and nation from all historical records and historical books. As for the indigenous people of Palestine, their ancestors are the Canaanites, what we call in Arabic Canaan, who moved into Palestine as early as 4000 BCE, before Common Era, or even before that date. Prophet Ibrahim in Arabic, peace be upon him, migrated from Mesopotamia, which is Iraq today, to Palestine around 1900 BCE. He had 2 sons, Ishmael in Hebrew, Ismail in Arabic, and Isaac. Isaac had Yaqub in Arabic. He has another name, is Israel, which means servant of God, in Hebrew, servant of God. So Jacob or Israel was the first Jew ever born in Palestine. He was the father of the Jews. That's why they are referred to as children of Israel, meaning children of Jacob. That means the ancestors of today's Palestinians lived in Palestine more than 2000 years before the first Jew ever lived in that land. The first Jew, Israel himself, Jacob himself, Yaqub himself. How Palestine, then we come to another point, how Palestine became an Arab land is another story. In 636 AD, the second Caliph, Umar ibn al-Khattab, conquered Palestine, which was then a Roman colony. And he entered Jerusalem. He didn't kill the Christians or the Jews who lived there at that time. They all lived in peace. Ever since that time, people of the 3 religions, Muslims, Christians, and Jews, lived in peace until that evil movement, Zionism, was created. And those evil superpower countries managed to establish the Zionist state on the Palestinian lands in 1948. There is no solution except by ending this Zionist occupation, together with all its appalling apartheid, establishing the state of Palestine, letting those who were forced to leave their lands return. Those who came from Europe, they should return to Europe. And only under a Palestinian rule can Jews and Arabs, whether they're Christians or Muslims, so Jews, Christians and Muslims, Arabs and Jews live in peace the way it has always been before that political, racist, terrorist, criminal movement came into existence and spread like cancer in Palestine. When a person got a cancer, the only remedy is to cut out that cancerous part if he wants to live as a healthy person again. There is no other solution. There is no other solution. Israel and America and Canada, they voted against the two-state solutions. They don't want these two-state solutions either. Occupation will always be occupation. One day it has to end. History taught us so. It worked with America and Australia, but that doesn't mean it will work with Palestine. The whole world is well aware of the Palestinian cause now. And the whole world will make sure that Palestine will be free from the river to the sea.